welcome to spectacular Boca Raton, Florida, Flagler Credit Union Stadium, home to the Florida Atlantic Owls. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And he'll bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will have the first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Owls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets the give. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you start to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Quick catch on third down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So Georgia State's offense will have its first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Run it with the fullback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a man on the right. Wide open space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia State.
Yeah, if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Morales. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Florida Atlantic races to the line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. He's got it on the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Owls. And they turn it into a defensive score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Give to the fullback. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Powers through the defender. Got the first down. Looking for more. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy one to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Complete in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Looking downfield on 1st down. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're testing the right side here. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Got some room entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. This lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Trying to get the corner. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He'll blow it on the read. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Quarterback empties his backfield. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Intercepted for the 11th time. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Pulls and fires complete. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Rides the back on the option to give. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Quick completion on the out route. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires deep toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test them. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. The screen, and watch out. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Under fire. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Now, fourth down.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3 from the left hash. And this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today at Evanston. They're trailing by 14 to Wake Forest. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Looking deep. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch.
Well, how about the offense?
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They go to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
One of the things that makes this defense so hard to move the football against is their defensive line. That time, 4 guys on the field, and they're able to win. You saw that guy penetrate, get through the line of scrimmage. He gets the TFL. Big reason why they're winning today is the play of these guys up front.
Georgia State jumps back to the line. Rides to back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And the try is no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. Final play of the quarter coming.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Hand off to the fullback. Spins away from the defender.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Finds us back in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Now they'll run the draw. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now they'll try the right side. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Defense might bring the house here. Trying to punch it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run. A TF. Now you got a big 2nd down here, probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm
sneaks it into the end zone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the point after is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Man, these slant routes you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you a huge 3rd down. Lets it go. Finds a man in the middle. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Panthers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Motion from the wideout. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fakes to grab. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Owls will hustle to the line. Wants to throw again. He's got the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now they're up against the clock. Just about a minute to go. Got his man in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. The screen, he's got wheels. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll run play action. He caught it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Panthers! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
On the run, still looking. He's taking a deep shot. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Owls are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
A shot toward the end zone, and it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be